Good evening. I'm Andrew Smith, Salem's Ward 2 City Councilor, here with another Ward 2 update. We begin with some wrap up from this week's City Council. So we had an order before us about raising fines on not clearing snow from sidewalks. I felt this was actually poorly timed just because snow is still out there. There's a lot we really needed to discuss. So we did put this in committee, which is I think where it should be, alongside a larger discussion about snow. One interesting piece that I did like about this was that we may be able to do something where if snow is still there, the city will clean it and then charge the business, usually a business that owns that stretch of property. That way we actually get the problem solved, and then if that fee isn't paid, we can even put a lien against the property. So I thought that was actually really a great option to look at. But again, a lot of residents did reach out. This is not about punishing residents. We also had raised the fines last year, but that never took hold for whatever reason. So I'm looking into that. But we really needed to have a full season under our belt to even discuss this stuff. So that's hopefully what's going to happen while we wait a little bit. Also, this week we sent a couple other things to committee, and I love your thoughts at asmith@salem.com. This was a ban on gas-powered leaf blowers, as well as mandatory composting for businesses. So please reach out and let me know if you have any thoughts on that. Another thing we did this week was pass a resolution just restating our policies around immigration enforcement. Again, that is the federal government's job. It's really not on us in Salem. We want people to feel safe going to the police or calling the fire department or going to school or work or going about their everyday lives. Sometimes people who have been here, sometimes people who are actually citizens and just are living in fear because maybe they weren't born here. So that is something we're seeing across the country as this enforcement is stepped up and becoming more and more malicious. Quite frankly, it's reminiscent of the Fugitive Slave Act of 1850, something to look into there. And I think that it goes against our ideals as being a city of peace. So that's what this resolution did. It just restated those policies. But this is something that we really need to look at a little bit further, looking at our Sanctuary for Peace ordinance. And hopefully we're going to be doing that in the coming weeks and months. Trying to just do what other cities and towns around us are doing in order to make folks feel safe. And I also wanted to make sure that this got out to people who actually need to hear this. And so I have had it translated into Spanish. It's on my Substack, which if you're watching on Substack, you can see below. And I'm going to make sure I get that out to other folks. Switching gears here, it is President's Day today, and important for this President's Day, there is no trash delay this week, right? So if your trash goes out on Thursday like mine, still goes out on Thursday. Goes out on Tuesday, then you should put it out now because it's almost Tuesday. We call it Washington's birthday here in Salem quite a bit because, fun facts, Washington stayed here once at the Merchant Hotel. That's why we call it Washington Street. And he did visit in October, like everybody else. Thanks a lot, George. We have a new sister city, East Budleigh, UK. This was also voted on at City Council. This was a fun one. This is in East Devon in England. It is the birthplace of Roger Conant, our city's founder, who's also, I believe, an ancestor of my wife and therefore my kids, which is pretty cool. So thank you to Karen Scalia and Ben Schaub. I've known those folks for a while, for bringing this forward, pushing this through, and twinning us, as they say in England, with East Budleigh. Sounds like a great place to visit. I hope to do it someday. Some fun events coming up around the ward the next couple weeks. This weekend, Lunar New Year, a couple events there. North Shore AAPI has one at the North Shore CDC. On Sunday, PBD Essex has All Day Saturday. So happy year of the horse, and that is it's fun stuff to do. We also have a Leslie's Retreat memorial dedication. That's happening on February 26th. That is in the ward. That is in Line Street and North Street, rededicating that as part of the Salem 400. Finally, there is a Salem Residents Resilience Survey. I'm encouraging folks to take, especially if you live like around Collins Cove, somewhere where there's a lot of climate issues. The city and the MAPC, they really want to hear about what's going on in these locations so that they can hopefully start to address some of these climate issues. You can even get a gift card for being part of a focus group. So the QR code is up there. It's also available on my Substack. So go ahead, check that out. Again, as always, follow me on Substack. You can get this newsletter right into your inbox. I tend to use that a lot more than social media these days. Thanks very much, folks. Have a great President's Day week, or a school vacation week, if that's what's going on in your world. And I'll see you next time. Good night.